find a balance between all three of those, I think that's the greatest accomplishment. I don't know if I said it also, triathlon, having a doctor, a therapist, and a third nutritionist or a fitness specialist. Yeah. This, like I said earlier, like there's so many different issues involved with health and just in general, and standing have issues that relate to it. And so just really identifying, and I think one thing too with concern is sometimes there's a taboo around having therapists. I mean, there is nothing. One of the fitness professionals that I look up to and have read books from and stuff, she says, she sees a therapist. She works in the fitness industry. She sees all these distorted images in the media, and not just even about that, but about other things. And I mean, she recommends, at least going a few times and having a few sessions, because, a lot of times there are things that are related. I think the nice people. My experience. I think I would like to read something really short. A Health at Every Size Pledge. And I can read this with you if you want to post it on my Facebook or email it to you. So, and I think this applies for all of us wherever we fall on the body size spectrum. Today, I will try to feed myself when I'm hungry. Today, I will try to be attentive to how foods taste and make me feel. Today, I will try to choose foods that I like and make me feel good. Today, I will try to honor my body's signals of fullness. Today, I will try to find an enjoyable way to move my body. And for me, most importantly, today I will try to look kindly at my body and to treat myself with love and respect.
Mine is more of a challenge. My challenge is thinking about how you might be able to define yourself differently other than solely based on appearance. So taking a few from these fabulous people back here, how can you define yourself and describe yourself in that way to someone else differently than maybe you have even today? So that's my challenge.
Okay. That's for last. This is going to be the most important thing. Pressure off. Okay. So, something that I came across Pinterest because I have a health ed. Every now and then there's actually good health ed stuff on there. And one of the things that I liked was it was a scale. And on the scale it said, this number is only a number. It's not going to tell you how smart you are, how intelligent you are, or how funny you are, on and on. And so just to keep that in mind is essentially what it is. So it might be helpful that for you to post that somewhere that you see often. This is a constant reminder. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am funny. I am witty. One of the things that I have at home for my children in the bathroom, it was a frame for 3 pictures, but instead I put a little card on with a giant erase marker. I write on it. It says, I love Isabel because, and I get to put something. I love Aaron because I put something. I love Emily because she makes me laugh. I can say it. She always makes me laugh. But maybe do something like that for yourself. I love myself. I love myself because this is so being positive. No. Maybe think about doing something like that for yourself. As a constant reminder, there's great things about you that just focus about trying to be healthy and not using those terms that have been defined today, but focus on your own personal reasons, how that's going to help help you grow into these wonderful things that you are.
And I'm just going to piggyback right off that. This is where I get into mom mode. If I could teach anything in particular to women, let's please quit being our own worst enemies. I think about somebody you love. The words that we allow floating around in our head to describe ourselves, a lot of times related to body image, are words that we would never in a million years say to the person that we love. And they could be my identical twin. They could be taller, bigger. It doesn't matter. Those words don't enter our vocabulary. And when they say those words back to us, our first reaction to our friends are what? Oh my gosh, that's not true. You're not thinking about this, you're not thinking about that. But we allow the self-circulation to be so bitter and self-destructive. There is power in recognizing that that does me no good. And we can't fight culture until we win the battle ourselves. And so that's what I would leave with us. Let's not be our own worst enemy. We have enough things that we have to fight and struggle with than to have to be constantly also dealing with the battle that's raging inside of us. Because I can definitely tell you, and I would be completely sincere, I could look at every single person, as everyone on this panel, and say, what do I love about you? Or what do I think is attractive or positive about you? But until we believe that ourselves, sometimes it stagnates us. That's how I would end. Final thoughts? Thank you guys.